Salutations, folks. In the world of uninteresting intros, I believe I had just cornered the market. Welcome to my Let's Play / playthrough of Hallownest. This is a game I've been playing a lot lately, and with the recent release of Silksong, it's kind of funny. When I started playing this, I had no idea it was coming, and then, well, there it is. It's almost as if I summoned it or something. Oh wow, we have different... Oh, this is cool. I didn't even know you could do this, actually. Oh, I like that one. We got credits, Hidden Dreams details. I don't know how many, like what all I did to unlock most of this stuff. We have options, the usual stuff. You can go into the game and change the language to English, backer credits. Oh, you know what? Let's give them a shout out. I mean, they're the people that made this game possible. This game actually came out, what is it, 7 or 8 years ago now? And I remember playing it when it first came out. I'm gonna drop this to 5 and sound to like 8. Keep the music at 10 though. And video, I think that's pretty much... Oh wow. That's kind of a weird size, alright. Full screen borderless, I don't know, I don't really look at this stuff very much, but... Yeah, I think we're good. Kinda just want to play the game more than anything. Controller, I already have that all worked out, so we're good there. So we're gonna start the game right now. So this is like my practice file, more or less. This is my stream file number 2 from last night where I tried... No, I wasn't trying to start the... Oh my god. Okay, hang on a second here. That's spoilers, we don't want to look at that. Yeah. I was trying to erase that save file, and I just kind of went into it by accident here. Alright, so I'm going to go over here and go to clear save. I'm going to get rid of that. This right here is my first ever attempt at a Steel Soul run. And I'm probably going to keep this save file forever. Like a badge of honor, more or less. I don't know what else you'd call it. But yeah, so the question becomes, which save file do I use? You know, for the LP. Do I use the one next to my practice file, or do I use the one next to the one where I failed? Let's go with the one next to where I failed. So, if this is your first time playing the game, you're not going to have these two options here. Steel Soul is basically permadeath. You die one time, the save file disappears. Like, it's still there, but the only thing you'll be able to do is delete it. This is just if you wanted to practice on something that you get much later in the game, which I didn't even know existed until I tried streaming it the other night. Which is pretty fun, but anyway. Here we go. In wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught we change. Base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast, as they had never dreamed. From LG for Hallownest by Monomon the Teacher. This is not just some random crap, you know, that doesn't have any relevance to the game either. That's actually a character in the game, the person who wrote that, and we will be meeting them. I'm not real well versed on the lore of this game. I've watched a few videos about it, and most of what I've watched has been kind of erased from my memory and replaced by muscle memory for boss fights or something, but hey, I don't even know if those two things exist in the same part of the brain. But I'm thinking for the most part, this is going to be a fairly mellow playthrough, because this is kind of a mellow game. Once you get into it and start kind of walking around and wandering, you'll find that it's a very... Like, so there are times when it will kind of kick your ass and maybe frustrate you a little bit, but the atmosphere is something else. Now, I haven't actually played Silksong yet. I'm looking forward to playing it now that I finished this one, but yeah, man, look at this. I tell you, if that doesn't make you feel like you're there. It's all those times in real life when, like, there's certain things that you see and you just look at them for a second. And there's no reason that you look at them, they're just a part of your life, you know, like the lamppost, for example. But then it, like, becomes this vivid part of your memory for some strange reason. 1 Hour Photo, the movie, kind of goes into that a little bit, but I don't know if I really want to talk about that. Besides, we're here, we're actually playing already. How about this? Oh man, this is going to be so cool. So, right off the bat, one of the things I love about this game is the fact that you can swing your sword while walking without stopping. Much like in Twilight Princess, how you could cut grass without stopping. There's a bug right there, we just killed it. We got +2 up there in the top left corner. That's the money he dropped. You know, when they say they're going to show the Kickstarter people, I actually wonder, like, how many names is that, and how much of the game is going to have that on the screen. It's not that I mind it being on the screen or anything, but still. So occasionally you'll run into a rock that just contains nothing but money, so definitely grab those when you see them. Because money is something that will be very useful, especially early in the game. Like, it'll get to a point where you won't need it as much, but... Higher beings, those words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul, and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. So it's basically telling you got magic now, buddy. You can swing up, you can swing down, you can swing side to side, you can hit doors. Wait, actually, what's going on in here? This is just like some little bonus room. Probably get some free money in here, might as well take it. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, watch out for the stalactites, though. If they land on you, they'll do damage. When you take damage in this game, you feel it. Like, well, you'll see. I will get hit eventually, I promise you that. There's no way in hell. Oh, well, the stalactite killed him that time. So a lot of times when monsters die and they drop the geo, which geo is the money they drop, then the geo will start flying off, and sometimes it'll take a while to go grab it. And that can be annoying, and sometimes you might be better off just not grabbing it. This thing I'm hitting here is like, there's a name for it, I don't remember what it's called, but it adds a couple of bars to your life up there, so... It's kind of like temporary yellow hearts in Zelda Breath of the Wild, you know? And or Tears of the Kingdom, depending on... nothing. Oh, crap, we fell! I always told myself I would remember to do this, but I never do. If you hold left there, you can go get like a little geo deposit right there when you fall here, but obviously didn't do that. There's a little secret little hidden passage down here, though. So, now normally you would need the dash to actually get across this, but it turns out you can pogo on spikes, just like so. And that will enable us to get a charm a little bit earlier than was maybe intended. We're not going to be able to put it on, but it's called Fury of the Fallen. Equip a charm to activate its powerful abilities. You'll only be able to do that while resting at a bench. Benches are your save points. Also, we have a thing here. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom produces one such as you. I think that's the same thing that the other one said. Maybe a little different. So we fall here. And this will pretty much spawn us right back where we were, so... I like the little fairies in the background, it's really cool. If you really pay attention to the backgrounds in this game, it's crazy how detailed it is. And most of it is hand-drawn. So, it's really cool. This game is like the opposite of AI art. There is nothing in this game that even remotely feels like it was made by a machine at all. Also, I like the sound when you land. Something very pleasing about it. Just, I don't know. It's like sometimes the sound of footsteps can be relaxing. Oh, can we just grab this now? Hey, look at that. Looks like we got ourselves a second chance there. Good job. Good stuff. I thought about doing a Steel Soul run, like a, a permadeath run for the LP, but I didn't want to do that because on the off chance I did die, which I found out the other night, because I tried to do it while streaming the other night, and let's just say I didn't get as far as I hoped I would. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom, Hallownest. That's the name of the world. Boom, boom, boom. It's a good thing they thought of it before Final Fantasy XIV did. Because it is a compound word, after all. Oh, wow. You can look up and down by holding up and down on the controller, like so. There's a little bit of a delay on it. You can see he looks down before the screen moves down. But if you use the right C-stick, you can just look down instantly. Once I figured that out, I was like, oh my god, I wish I'd started doing this sooner. Boing, boing. Just a little bit of rubble here. More grass to cut. Yeah, and just this grass. I don't know. Like, how many frames of animation is that? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It just feels like it looks really nice. Oh, my walking speed slowed down a little bit there. That's because I'm in a town right now. You go in this door here. Hello. Oh there, traveler. I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Why do I sound like Luigi? Anyway, used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment. That darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. Damn. Now, benches are save points. You don't have to do anything. You just sit down and it saves automatically. We can put this on. This, as you can see, it's cost of 2 charm notches. Our notches are right up here, just above where my cursor is right now. We only have 3 now. And by the end of the game, you'll have more, but maybe not as many more as you're hoping, because I wish you could quit more, but then again, Might make things too easy. Many used to come, hoping the kingdom would fulfill their desires. Hallownest, it was once called. Supposedly the greatest kingdom there ever was, full of treasures and secrets. Now it's nothing more than a poisonous tomb full of monsters and madness. Everything fades eventually, I suppose. Some of these characters you can talk to like 5 times or more and they'll still have more to say. Feeling tired? That bench may be iron, but I assure you it's quite comfortable. There's no better place to collect your thoughts before heading below. Plus I enjoy the company, not that you seem the talkative sort. No, I don't think I say a word for the entire playthrough. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's all he's got to say. Alright, I guess let's keep going. There's another building here will be important later. All these buildings will eventually be enterable. That's gonna fall through if we walk over that. I guess we can look and see. There's not much we can really do over here right now. I just want to kind of look. There's one more building right here. Stone door with a simple lock. We will need a simple key to get through that. There are 4 simple keys in the game and 4 simple locks, and that one is, as far as I'm concerned, the least important of the 4. But if it's your first time playing, though, it might be good for you, because you can do something there that's actually... Well, basically, okay, so this game has the Dark Souls thing going on, where if you die, you leave behind, like, a little symbol of your regret, like a shade, something, I don't remember what it's called, ghost, basically, and you'll lose all your money. And if you want to get your money back, you'll have to go find that ghost. It's going to stay in the place where you died. You have to go find the ghost. And you know what? I actually don't want to go this way. I mean, I do in the long run, but I want to go this way first. So you'll have to get back to where your ghost was and kill it to get your money back, which is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. And if you open that building that I was talking about that I said was not important, you can actually use what's in there to get your money back without having to go get your ghost. And I could see that being useful if you were really deep into a sinister area and you didn't feel like going back in there and trying to go all that way to try to get your money back. Especially considering that most of your shops and stuff are going to be in this area. So getting your money back here would be, you know, all the more useful. Hello there. How delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but you're a strong look about you. I'm Quirrell. I have something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg laying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom. And the egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange marks all over it. I do so love a mystery, and who knows what the other marvels lie even deeper below us. Oh man, this guy's actually kind of a fan favorite from what I understand. For so long I felt drawn here, so many tales full of wonders and horrors. No longer could I resist. I just had to see it for myself. And what a time I chose to arrive! This dead world has sprung to life. The creatures are riled up and the earth rumbles. The air is thick. I wonder what could have brought it all about. Who knows? More to say, have you? To persevere in this ruin, that old nail alone just won't be enough. Though that's no problem, one only has to look around. Plenty have come before us, and most have met their grisly end. Many more equipped than you and I. I'm sure they wouldn't mind were a fellow explorer to relieve them of their tools. It's a kindness, really. The dead shouldn't be burdened with such things. Wow, this got very introspective already. Did you pass that town above? Boy, I never shut up, do I? What a gloomy little place, and such majesty hidden right beneath. I suppose that's why they've all headed down here. Who could resist such possibilities? Truly a marvel. Truly a marvel. Marvel vs. Capcom. Have you ever played that? I haven't. I've heard it's pretty good, though. I don't know. I'm just not very good at fighting games, really. Anyway. Yeah, we can't do much about this right now, but, this place is, important. We'll say that much. Yeah, a lot of times when you're in a zone, because you like zone out, you go left or right, you know, it's pretty much any Metroidvania does that. But a lot of times in this game, the places where you exit on the left or right are really marvelously detailed and have, you know, even if it's something as simple as 2 columns going around a door entrance or something, like from the current angle, it doesn't really change the same way that Dread does with some of the backgrounds in that game. The 3D atmosphere would literally, like, you would see it from different angles as you went across the room. That doesn't really happen here so much, but I think it's still pretty cool with a lot of the details they managed to incorporate into this to make places look more memorable. So there's our charms screen. You pretty much look at this anytime you want, even if you can't equip new charms because you're not at a bench right now. This is our inventory. We got the old nail here. We got focus, which is how we heal, and we got our money. That's the only 2 screens we have right now. We will have a few more than that later. So we come up here. Oh, is this already? Oh man, didn't expect us to be coming here so soon. Oh man, it's a big dude. Oh, listen to the music though. Shit. Uh-huh. Well, there's your first damage. First burn! So, lesson number 1 about this game, and the most important thing you could possibly learn in this game, is don't get greedy. Don't do what I just did there. Anyway, we hold the focus, we can actually heal ourselves. That's our life in the top left corner, like, duh, anybody knows that. That guy that I just killed is like a little mini-boss. There's 2 of him in this area, and he is by far, at least in my opinion, the best way to grind money in the game. I'm not going to be able to go super far here, because... Wait, is this where the other one is? Because they're pretty close together. Oh no, maybe not. So down here is a gate. And here we have a couple of doors. We're not going to be able to get through them. There's a switch below us down there, and we'll be able to get to that from the other side. That's one thing you're going to be doing a lot of in this game, is opening doors from the other side. Because it's like, well, you can't go this way, so you're going to have to get at it from a different angle. And then you can use it as kind of a shortcut to go both ways, either way, anytime you want to. Which is quite useful. Yeah, since we couldn't go the other way, I'm kind of backtracking on myself here. There were other things, or like ways we could have gone over there, but I didn't bother to look at it very much. That's kind of how you go to get to Crystal Peak, but you can't really get there now. I guess technically you could, but I think you need the lantern to actually get there. There's 2 different entrances to that area, so neither of which we can really do anything about right now, so I'm not going to bother. Besides, Crystal Peak is kind of a pain in the ass this early in the game, and it's better if you can come in a little better equipped. So just maybe have a long nail or something like that, just whatever tickles your fancy, you know. That's the great thing about this game, though, is there's so many different ways to upgrade yourself, and you know, you just kind of suit it to your own playstyle. You don't really have, there's not like one specific way that's universally considered to be the best. There are some charms that, yeah, I think most people would agree are among the best, and one of those is a charm I've never picked up in my life. It's called Quick Slash, I think. So somehow I made it all the way through Pantheon 4 with 8 masks without Quick Slash, so... And I'm not trying to, like, flex here or anything, that's just my experience. So... But the funny thing is, if you pick to go there and practice from the main menu, like I was saying you could do, go straight to Godmaster mode, you can actually play with all the upgrades in the game. So I was kind of surprised when I went in there. I was like, wait, I've never gotten this charm before. Now it's going to let me play with this charm, and I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. This room is probably the worst for, like, having monsters drop Geo out of reach, so not the best for farming Geo unless you have a certain charm later. Oh, hello there, come down to explore these beautiful old ruins, don't mind me. I have a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Yes. Oh, you bet. Good thing we had the money for that. Fun fact, first time I played this game, somehow I got all the way to this guy and didn't have the money to get the map. How crazy. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife Iselda. She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. Sorry about that, I had a hiccup. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. Good for you. We got somebody out there revving their motor again. This wall right here can actually be broken from the other side, but you would never know that, and you can't actually break it from this side, so it's all pretty much a moot point at this point. It's a moot point at this point. You know, it's like I beat Jafar so far. There's no real need to go this way, no pressing need, but I'm going to anyway, because I just want to look around. So go up here and get this. There's a lot of things in the game that you can pogo off of, which pogoing is when you swing down at something and bounce up off of it. Much like the downward thrust in Zelda 2, except in this game you have to actually time it. You don't just hold the down button and Link just bounces on him like a crazy person. Then again, you never know. Okay, these guys are kind of a pain in the butt. Every enemy in this game has a name, and also a journal entry, but we're not... Oh, shit. I always forget that they do that. But we're not going to be able to, access the journal stuff for a while, so I wouldn't even worry about it too much. There's another caterpillar right there. Caterpillar grub, actually, is what they're technically called, so Yeah, save the grubs. Save as many of the grubs as you can. They're kind of like the Korok seeds of this game. But lucky for us, there's only 46 of them in the game, so that's quite a bit less than 1,000. So they're not here to waste your time, you know, and they actually give some pretty decent rewards, too. Gameplay rewards, not piles of shit, if you know what I mean. Back in the room with Cornifer again. I guess we'll try going over here. So if we go around this way, we might be able to get to the other side of that archway that we couldn't get through before with the doors on the left and right. But first, music. I love how the music doesn't change, it just intensifies. I love it when music in games does that, when it just kind of adapts without really changing. It's still playing the same music, it's just playing a more intense version of it. Just to kind of indicate the, you know, the feeling that you're... I mean, it's not telling you what to feel, it's just saying, hey, this room is intense right now, so I'm gonna... You know, and that's how life is, you know? It's not the music that's following your feelings, it's your feeling... Well, no. It's not your feelings that are supposed to be following the music, it's the music that's following your feelings. Or something, I don't know. I used to have some big epiphany that I was going over in my head about that. Well, yeah, like I used to get annoyed by songs where people would rev the notes by going like, oh, but then it's like, well, it's not them trying to make you feel something, it's them doing that because that's how they feel or something. I don't know, it's stupid, I'm not going to linger on that subject. There's a piece of heart up there we're not going to be able to get. I call it piece of heart. It's actually a mask shard, but it's technically the same thing as a piece of heart. When you get 4 of them, you get another heart container, or mask in this case, up at the top of the screen there. Ooh, there's more money down there. It's not a bad idea to just grab every money that you see, as much money as you can, because you're going to need it. I mean, early in the game, you're really going to need it. There's stuff in the game you probably won't be able to buy, or almost definitely won't be able to the first time you see it. And not to get into specifics here, but like one of the upgrades is 1800 Geo, and it's an essential upgrade pretty soon, you know, so like be mindful that that is going to be a thing. But I can show you, at least in my opinion, what the best grinding spot is when you're super early in the game like this, so we're pretty close to it now, actually. Just have to get up here. And, oh yeah, this kind of goes up and down. Well, there's actually stuff if we go down. I think there's like money or something down here. Is there not? Oh, maybe there's not. Okay, whatever. I guess we'll go the other way then. My bad. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of the practice that I've done in the game just in the last week has been in the last fourth of the game. Not so much early game stuff. So I feel like I've forgotten some of the early game stuff. It's a little unfortunate, but yeah, be careful with this one. Like I said, don't get greedy, again. Can't stress it enough. If there's no other lesson you learn from this game, it's that. This game is really a test of patience. And skill. It's kind of a little bit of both, you know? Some people have kind of been arguing about Silksong, maybe saying that it's too hard, and I worry about that, but you know, what are you going to do? I guess I'll find out for myself when I play it, but... Yeah, because there have been times when I thought this game was too hard. Some of the bosses in this game are kind of ridiculous, especially the harder versions of them. Almost every boss in this game, if not every boss, period, has a harder version that you'll optionally fight later. Like, you don't have to, but sometimes you will. There are a couple of times you will, and that can get pretty problematic. But there are some that actually have like a third version that's even harder than the first two. So, and I think all the third versions are actually optional, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But when I saw those in people's videos, I was like, wait, I recognize this boss, but I don't recognize this pattern that he's unsheathing here. Alright, yeah, I thought I'd gone too far for a second. So that'll go up to the gate, I think, I'm pretty sure. So we could just do that, or we could come over here and fight this bitch. And here we go, guys. First boss of the game. No doubt one of the easiest. Oh, I keep pressing the dash because it becomes something of a, like, an instinct to just keep pressing R2 to try to dash, even if you don't, oops, if you don't have the dash. And there you go. Boom. You'll come to love that visual of just all the orange splattering out of the boss after you beat it. Because it's like, oh god, I succeeded. But we're not done yet, because lo and behold, we're talking about bugs here, and if there's one thing they're definitely setting out to do, it's to, I don't know, establish sort of a precedent here. That actually kind of looks comfortable a little bit. Like, almost, I wouldn't sleep there, I'm not saying that, but boy, I tell you. So a lot of it's just about learning the patterns, learning how fast you know, certain bugs run, learning how long they wait before they charge at you and stuff like that. See, this guy right here's got little orange stuff coming out of his eyes. And one thing you'll notice over the course of the game is that if you see orange, that probably means bad things. Oh, you wolf, you wield your nail like a club. Yeah, see, how much deeper do we have to go? Why, who are you? I see, this old village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would have ever woken. I'm Sly. Usually I live in an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be heading back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest face left there, and I think I thank you properly for your good deed. So this is a shopkeeper that we'll actually see in Dirtmouth now that we've saved him here. I say saved, I mean all we really did was talk to him, but I don't know. There's also another shopkeeper that won't go up to Dirtmouth, but they're down on the far right side of this room, and we're not going to be able to get to them just yet. At least not without some fancy pogoing work, but there are sometimes when there's stuff in the background that you can... This is them right here. That you can like pogo off of stuff and actually get higher than you should normally be able to get. There's a lot of sequence breaking tricks in this game. I haven't practiced with much of that. I know I probably... Well, I don't even know if I probably should. I was about to say I know I probably should, but I don't know. Maybe I don't want to. Who knows? Jeez, I'm getting all crazy over here. Alright. So we're just going to get back to this passage we went past a second ago. Wait, this might be too far. Oh, you know what this is? This is like that cozy room. I mean, we could go up this way if we wanted to. We have the map now, but we still can't see where we are on the map. So that's a bit of a conundrum. Yeah, so we didn't have to fight that boss. But anyway, we could have just come up here and gone this way. So the more you play this game, the more you'll start to learn your way around, because that was my biggest deterrent to playing it. That's why I stopped the first time. Like, I played the game when it came out in 2017, and I stopped after 5-6 hours. And it was because I just got sick of wandering around and not knowing what I was doing. I got fairly far. Well, you know what? I guess I could open this one here. This is a toll machine with the symbol of a stag. Insert Geo, I will. Yeah. Now if you ring the bell... Here he comes. Mr. Stag, hello. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of the Hallownest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I will take you where you need to go. And, yeah, seems there's already a station in Dirtmouth we can go to. And at some point you're going to want to do that, because if you go back to Dirtmouth now, you're not going to be able to get to the station. You actually have to take the stag to the station and open it from the inside to have access to it from Dirtmouth proper or whatever. So, having said that, it has been about a half hour, hasn't it? Okay. Well, I think next time on Hollow Knight we're going to kind of mess around a little bit more here in Dirtmouth. Or actually, this is Crossroads, but yeah, same place either way. I mean, even this place, just look at these columns in the background. A lot of times, I don't know, it's like I get in such a rush when I'm playing these games that I don't stop to look at the background and imagine what that probably looks like in 3D. 'Cause it probably looks pretty cool, actually. Like an actual train station you would see in the real world. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. So, see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.